Rain, guys. It's raining. It's kind of windy over here where I'm at. Hope you guys doing good, especially with this weather. I'm here at the Pilot. Where is this? I'm in Kentucky, watching this rain come down. But anyway, guys, yeah. So I figured let me do this video. While I'm doing this reset here and seeing this rain come down. Not much to do. I was actually watching some videos. I should have been sleeping because before it was raining harder than what it is now. It kind of slowed down now. But anyway, I got an empty trailer here, which I got to drop off at the Georgia Pacific, and then go do pick up the load. No, not pick up a load. I'm picking up another empty, but it's a container because I do this container loads. Which they call it intermodal. Well, not intermodal. They call it mini moto. Schneider mini moto. So that's why I'm doing this 34-hour reset, because I usually try to do 3. If they haven't. So I need the hours. So, and this trailer that I have here doesn't have to deliver right away. It's like an open window. So I figure I wait till tomorrow, do my reset, and everything is good. But anyway, guys, for those, this is actually for those, who are starting new at this trucking industry or trucking life. The reality is sometimes it's not, it's not easy, but it's manageable, It could just be hard for those who has family at home, and kids. It might be a little bit hard, at the beginning. Because you'll be out, gonna be out here for a while, especially if you're OTR, and you're gonna be a solo driver by yourself here, unless you have a team, you're doing teams, then you have somebody with you. But anyway, yeah. So you decided to take your license out, right, as a CDL driver, and you came to Schneider, I mean, it doesn't have to be Schneider, because if you're a new driver or rookie, right? What they call rookies. We all got to start somewhere. We all rookies at one time, right? But yeah. So you start here at Schneider. It's pretty good. After you do that training, if you listen to what they were saying, and you took that, the yard or the yard that they had, they taught you, the maneuvering and all that a little bit more. For those that did the CDL. And they teach you some stuff when you do the CDL school, but it's not a lot, especially when it comes to that backing into alley docking, or backing in between trailers, or that maneuvering, or parallel parking. They don't show that parallel parking here, but I know for those guys up in New York, I know they have to do the parallel parking when they do the DOT test. That's one of the requirements, to parallel park the truck and trailer, so that could be a little bit, stressing right there, but yeah. So first thing you do is, is check your truck. So yeah, Schneider will give you a truck. They'll give you the keys that last day, that you did your training, you came back with your TE. So now you say, oh man, now what? All you're gonna do is take it easy, relax, breathe, and when they give you that key, you go out and check your truck out. Make sure you check that truck out as best as possible. It's like you're gonna do pre-trip, right? But check everything, even if you have to make videos or take pictures, because most likely you're not gonna get a new truck. You're gonna get a used truck, and they're gonna be okay. They're gonna be good when it comes to engine wise. They're okay, because I believe right around 400,000 miles or a little bit less, that's when they turn them around. And they get rid of them and they get new trucks in. But yeah, check your truck out. Check everything, because the last thing you want to do is leave leave the Schneider lot on your first assignment, and something goes wrong. And we're not here to, waste time. At the end of the day, any job, people say, oh, team players, you got to be team player, and you got to, work with the company. At the end of the day, we out here, especially when it comes to trucking. You want to do your best and, you know, make the money, make it profitable, make it, you know, so it's a good thing, you know, because you could waste a lot of time, and then at the end, you know, at the end of the week, you don't see that, you know, you don't see that compensation. So yeah, try to make sure that you get your truck, you know, a good truck. Hopefully you get a good truck, but check it out, because, you know, that's the last thing you want to do, get stuck, you know. But anyway, they have at the Schneider, they have the, I mentioned the previous video, they have these pamphlets. You know, you could take a screenshot. I don't know if you don't have it, or for those that are coming to Schneider, you know, this is, you know, what Schneider wants, and it's pretty much, you know, everywhere might be the same, you know, but this is the Schneider way, you know. They have something now, the choice. You make the choice, something like that. That's what's going on now, other than the smart way. So yeah, they got these pamphlets. This is the pre-trip TIV. You know, you could take a screenshot, I guess, later on, you know, as you're watching the video. You know, take advantage of this. You know, you're gonna have this with you in your truck, and you're gonna have the book, you know, that they give you. This one here is the in-cab brake test. You know, use it. You know, you're gonna have it, take it with you in the truck, and because it's gonna be that first few loads, or that first week. Actually, it might take a few weeks, because at the beginning you're not gonna get, you know, a load after a load after a load. You know, they're gonna that first week or maybe a little more, they'll take it easy, unless you're very good at it, and then they start putting loads on top of you. You know, pre-assignment after pre-assignment. But at the beginning it's gonna be slow. So yeah, you take it slow. You know, take it slow when you go to the, you know, to the, like, these pilots. You know, when you're shutting down for the day, or when you go to the shippers and receivers, just take it slow. If you have to come out a couple times out the truck, come out the truck, and, you know, check. You know, make sure you don't do, you know, damage to the truck or other people's property. You know, the last thing is, you know, you don't want to, it's bad for you, you know, and for the company too. You know, you're going to have that in your record if something happens, you know, accident, or just because you didn't check. Don't worry about the people looking at you. They might be saying things, but don't worry about it. It's better, you know, better be safe than sorry, you know. So yeah, you use that stuff. You could take that stuff, you know, and always check. There's always, I mean, there's also, let me see, I'm checking here. I got these apps. You could get these apps, and it'll help you. You know, you got the weather app, the TransFlow app, which you're gonna need for you know, when you transfer your paperwork. Calculator, Google Maps, just to look, because Google Maps, remember, Google Maps is for cars. Then you have the Flying J, which is gonna be good. So you could, you know, every time you fuel, you could use that to fuel. You don't have to get out the truck. And for the showers, you know, I got the Loves. I got my radar, which just showed you the, you know, the clouds, and it actually showed you wind too, wind patterns. You know, I was doing the team for a little while as a temp. You know, it was like it was a team for the I think that's the winter time, Christmas time. So I did that for a little while, and I wind up going to Nevada, Oregon, you know, up west. Those places, up those states, they're very windy. You know, there are times that are very windy. You know, so you know that app came in handy. You got the cat scale. I use Waze when there's a lot of traffic. You know, you could put Waze on the thing to check out the traffic flow. And you got Trucker Path, so you could look at, you know, get your truck stops, and you know, because you could see, you know, you could see the weigh stations and all that. Pilots, Flying J, you know, TAs. So it's convenient, you know. So get those apps. Actually, let me show you again. Get those apps. I mean, there might be a lot of people already know about these apps, but if you don't know, here you go. This is a tool that you could use, you know. I'll see the video. If I don't, I'll put a screenshot on the video when I finish, you know. But yeah, so just take it easy. It's gonna be a little stressful at the beginning, but it's manageable. Don't get discouraged. When you hit that first load, you have your DBLs. At least in Schneider, you have the DBLs, like a driver leader, business leader. You could call them. In the beginning, you could call them. They're gonna, and anytime you could call them so they could give you a hand if you don't know something. Or not give you a hand, but at least they'll guide you through the phone. You also have here with the tablet. They also have the navigation, and they have like a trip plan. It tells you, like, depending, how many loads you got on you, the trips, assignments. So you could look that there too. That'll help you. And I think you could actually get truck stops there too. I never used it. I always used the trucker path. Or when you get to know the roads, more or less, where you could stop. Manage your time. Try to manage your time correctly. Look at get all those tools, all those apps, so you could make your day easier. But yes, in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's gonna be a little hard. So make sure you check your truck out before you leave the lot, wherever you at, in OC. I don't know, depending. Sometimes I have heard that drivers, they send them to a drop lot to pick up a truck. But yeah, just take it slow and take it easy. Don't panic. Yeah, let me tell you a story. When I started driving back in what was that, 2000. So I went to this company. Actually, they hired 10 drivers at the same time. And I was one of the drivers, and they gave us, when we were there, they gave us keys to everybody, and they told us, go check out your truck. So I did the pre-trip. To my knowledge, at that time I checked everything, right? But I didn't check the seat. And man, when it was my time to get the load, to get out of the place, because we were waiting on the loads, I go back to the truck, and now I try to put the seat up, because it's got the air, right? The airbag in there, which helps you, cushion. But you know what happened? That chair, the seat was not working. So I wind up driving that truck like like a lowrider. Yeah. So guys, make sure you check your truck when you leave, and it's gonna be a little hard at the beginning, but you get used to it. You get used to this trucking life. And if worst scenario you don't really like it, you could go, after you get the experience, you could do local work. Even though local work, you're gonna be home every day. There's most likely you could be home every day. You have the difference with that is that you're probably gonna be working 10 hours a day anyways, and it's gonna be a few stops depending on the job, depending the type of work you do. Or if you do here the dedicated, like I mentioned before, Schneider got dedicated, they got reefers, they got tankers, flatbed, they also got flatbed. So depends on what type of work you're doing. So at least hang in there, everything's gonna be okay. And let's hit the road. That's my catchphrase all the time. I say hit the road. But anyway, guys, I guess we're cutting this video now because it looks like it's taking maybe a little too long. Hope everybody's doing good, and be safe out there. Thank you for watching, and God bless. Take care.